Alright, so I've had to restart some things, so unfortunately, oops, so unfortunately some stuff is, unfortunately I do have to re-enter some stuff real quick right now, but that's alright. So we're just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. We have some flight plan stuff in here, but not all of that, so oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's back online. Epic. Alright. So that's back, so let's go ahead and just turn all that fun stuff back on. Let's see if the APU is doing its thing. Just about almost started. We were basically ready to push back, but go ahead and turn all of that on. Yeah, that's fine. I'll turn you on in a second. Yeah, I know. APU is available. There we are. Nice. Turn all of this on. Yeah, this can come on. This can go into auto. Oh, wait, no. That can go into auto. Hydraulics can come on. Fuel can come on. And that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at flight plan here. Just to make sure that everything is good. Yep, 17 left. Yep. Let's go ahead and throw in the weights again. ZFW 160.5. Oh, forgot the slash. Slash 160.5. There we go. Block fuel today is 15.1. Yep, there we go. That populates everything we need. Yep, that's correct. Performance, let's throw that in here real quick. 130, 130, and V2 is 138. Flaps is 1. Epic. Okay. We are good to go. Yep. We are good to go, just as we were before. We are now ready for pushback. So, is that set? That's set. Let's go ahead and go up here and make sure everything else is on. Yep, that's good. Perfect. Alright, we are ready for push and start. So let's go ahead and done a better pushback. Let's see here. I'm gonna stay in this view for now. You're doing fine. Yep. Okay. Better pushback. I don't know how to zoom in, but that's fine. Yeah, we'll be going this way. Where's that line? I don't know where the line is. It's fine. Right about here should be good. And we're just gonna go ahead and go that way.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Alright. Let me just double check that that's working. Yep. So we should have the little pushback truck coming. So well, okay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna get ready for pushback then.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So as soon as he connects, we'll be able to release our parking brake and we'll be good to go for engine start. So I should be able to hear him once he is connected. Are we ready to go, sir? Oh. Now he's lifting that. And then after this we should be ready to go. So just in a second,
connected and
we'll get the call
bypass been
to
inserted.
release
Release
brake
parking brake.
and get out of here finally. Okay, well I'm going to assume that we're clear to release parking brake. Probably. And clear for engine start. So let's go ahead and release that parking brake.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
Yep. There's the push. Alright. Let's go ahead and get this running. Yup. Epic. Alright, we're gonna turn the packs off real quick. And we're gonna come down here. We're gonna start these up. So let's see. Engine 2 to ignition start. Alright. We have N2 rotation. There's ignition. Wonderful. Just watching those parameters, making sure it looks good. How am I at 100% volume? There we go. Now I can actually hear stuff. Perfect. Alright. That is a good start. Go ahead and pop that bleed on.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
That generator can come on. That can come on. We're getting a flight control error, but that's fine. Go ahead and start number 2. Hold on, I have to be from this angle. Yep. Number 2 has N2 rotation. Wonderful. That's starting. Let's see if we can get ignition in a second here. There's ignition. It's burning, watching the EGTs. Good start. Good start. Let it finish spooling up. Perfect. Good start. We can switch engine selector to normal, and we can pop everything on here. You can pop that on. That can come on. Yeah. APU bleed can come off. APU can come off. Taxi lights on. And we are ready to go. Yeah, let's do that to auto. Perfect. Alright. And we are ready to taxi. So let me double check that we have. Okay. Trim settings should auto set when we get over to the runway, I believe. Epic. Alright. Let's go ahead and begin our taxi then. So, here we are. Let's see here. Did I set my parking brake? Set my parking brake because the tug underneath hasn't gotten out of the way yet, I don't think. Yeah. Need to wait for him to let us down. While he's doing that, let me quickly set this as my tiller. Nose wheel tiller. Yep. Very epic. Yep. Not sure why he's not saying anything, but that's fine. Alrighty. So just as soon as he disconnects and he's...
So it's disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
We just watch for him. He's just about leaving, so we're just gonna track him. As soon as he gives us the hand signal, we are ready to go. Hold on. A second. Perfect. Okay, very nice. I did want to set button for toga. Not sure what it would be. Hold on. Let's just. Toga is just full throttle. It seems. Yup. Well, yup. We're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get off that brake. Bit of a touchy tiller, but that's fine. Go ahead and go over here for alpha. Believe. Now we are gonna do a flight controls check in a second. Once we get closer to the runway. Epic. And it's going to be a left turn. Yep, let's see. Yeah, we're gonna go over here. And we just go ahead and go right down there. And we're just gonna go over to our ND here. And we're just gonna go all the way to the end here, I think. So, yeah. Let me check everything. Let's go ahead and do our flight control check. So, flight controls. Now, there's full deflection. Wonderful. That's exactly what I want to see. And I'm gonna set it to runway heading once we get over there. So flight director is on. Let's see, are we still on center line mostly? Yes. Okay, just checking that everything looks correct here. Yep, and we're gonna double check this real quick. Let's see if we have our... Where's performance? Still don't have trim, so that's weird-ish. I don't know if trim will auto set, but I don't know why I didn't get a trim from SimBrief, but that's fine. That's fine, probably. So I'm really not sure why trim is not working as far as the MCDU. I don't know if I didn't enter something for it to not populate, but let's go ahead and drop down our flaps 1. Go ahead and line up here. That's pretty much perfect. Gonna set our parking brake. Alright, yeah, 170 for the heading. What? .170 for runway heading. And yeah, we are good to go. So let's check this. Still no trim. Give me a second. Yeah, okay, well, I'm really not sure why it doesn't auto-populate it, but, let's see. 21 CG. Hold on. Hold on here. '21, 24, 32. My CG is like 14 right now. You know what? It probably be fine. Probably be fine. I don't know. We risk it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's not fine. Okay. How does auto throttle work here? Okay, well, here we go. Let's see. Alright, takeoff conflict check. Is everything good? Low. Well, I'm not getting any beeping, so I'm gonna assume. Let's see. Auto brake max. Signs on. Spoilers. Arm. Yeah, I just have to do signs on real quick. Epic and arm those. We are ready for takeoff, I believe. Yeah. Epic. Alright. Alrighty. Very cool. Alright, let's go flying. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna go into flex or not, but it should. Let me go ahead and switch my OBS scene real quick. Yep, perfect. Let me go ahead and I can just do display capture actually real quick. That's the little displays thingamabobber. Epic. Alright. Here we go. I believe we're all ready. So check parking brake off. Here we go. Alright. There's V1. Rotate.
Attention all aircraft. Sacramento International Information Oscar current. Altimeter 2 3.
go. Gear up. Auto throttle is on. Autopilot engaged. Put flaps up. All right. Very nice, very nice. If we are good. Double check here. Yeah, we can disarm ground spoilers, and that's all. Good. See if I can't. If auto throttle is working. Yeah, I'm not sure why you're doing that. Thought I had auto throttle engaged. Okay, so that didn't work for some reason, and that's where all my issues are coming from. I put this to idle. Gauge auto throttle. Okay, now it should be working. Yep, perfect. Okay, yeah, that would make a lot of sense. Um, Alright, auto throttle should be regulating it now. Epic. Right, we can go back to this view. Alright. Are we beginning descent? Is auto throttle gonna do anything? Oh, there's top of descent, or sorry, top of climb. Let's see what it does now. Well, auto throttle is indeed working. I wonder where top of climb is. Let me see if I can... Well, I mean, it's not for a while, it looks like. Let me look at the FPS. Let's see here. Yeah, pulley. Hold on. Sorry, I was not looking at chat. Yeah, so apparently when I tapped for gears, it said no. So that would be why. It's a bit interesting when you don't have a physical gear handle. But hi guys, sorry, I wasn't looking. What have we here? Let's look at this real quick. Dosco 12,000, then I believe we begin descent. Not for a while, actually, it seems. There's the top of descent, so it does know about it. Okay, so we're just cruising now. Let's see. That's nice. I do have to put my camera battery on charge because I will need that for landing. And that's currently not working, so. Epic, be right back. The one thing that I'm noticing right now is that we do seem to be kind of close to terrain. I mean, look at that. That's I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I want to see how far away top of descent is. If it's not super close, it might go up 2,000 feet potentially. Let's see. Top of descent is after Waterloo. Oh yeah, I can afford to go up 5,000 feet. Let's go to maybe maybe 15,000. How does flight level change work in an Airbus? Because I have no idea. Uh-oh. Hmm. Level change? Maybe 600 feet from the ground? Follow to the truck. Yeah, no, we can do it. Let's do 800 feet from the ground. Yo. Maybe more actually. Do like 1,300. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Is faster an option? Whatever. 2K. Yep, that's fine. That's fine. That looks fine to me. Let's see. Nope. Really, I don't know what real life procedure for this is, but whatever. Well, it's time for breakfast. So this should finish climb. And we should be good to go. Well, so that's interesting. So for level change, you have to give it a new altitude and then also a V speed, vertical speed. So that's kind of interesting. Oh, look at that. We are at our flight level. Does it? Yep, it gets rid of V speed. Awesome. And is it still gonna do automatic? I believe it's still gonna do automatic FMC altitudes. Surely, right? It should. Humidity. See, no, I'm not flying with VATSIM today because there weren't any controllers on in the area. Also, because it's my first time flying the A330, like this, like an actual flight, I did not feel confident enough to do it on a network, so unfortunately I don't have ATC today. Next time I might. I am kind of interested to see if there's controllers on now. There weren't this morning when I started, but let's see. Let's check now. Yeah, there are no controllers in the area. So even if I wanted to, I would have no ATC service. So that's that. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. It looks like we're going to reach our top of descent about 1711 UTC. Oh, are we doing step descents? Looks like we have stepped descents. Oh, well, that's interesting. Hold on. Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. So we reach our first top of descent 1711. No, wait, I'm scrolling the wrong way. Reach our first top of descent at 1711. So that's... how long is that? How long is that? 2 hours from now? Yeah, something like that. Something like 2 hours from now. Yeah, I think I have enough time to go make myself breakfast right now. Yeah, it's breakfast time. Let's see. Oh, looks like the clouds are starting to come in. That's cool. I hope we don't run into weather though. That would be unfortunate. Auto trim putting in the work, man. Look at that. Look at that. It's going crazy. Less crazy than some certain 737s I've flown, but epic. What is breakfast time? Let's see. What do I want for breakfast? Let's do this. Like sardine sandwich or something. Some random sandwich. Should be good. I wish I had like music to put on, but also the clouds look awful because my settings are pretty low right now. So that's just unfortunate. Actually, hold on, we're good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep them low for now. Let me see if I can throw in my throw this into the corner, just so y'all can see that in case you want, I don't know. Just think it'd be interesting. Let's see. I should probably check the fuel right before I go to eat and all that. Fuel. Yeah, we looking good. We looking fine. Yeah. Okay. That work. Eat time. Da-da-da. Yeah, probably just a sandwich. Alright. I will be right back. I'm just gonna make myself a sandwich real quick. Is what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Yeah, sandwich real quick. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, so be right back. So I don't know why there's a whole bunch of flickering going on. It's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of weird. It just flickered. It's the weirdest thing. Epic. Well, wait, we're about to turn. I don't know why I'm excited, but it was like the first big turn I think since takeoff. I want to see how steep it gets. Okay, oh, that's... Ew. That's kind of... Is that steep? That's not actually steep. That's within the 45 limit, but... Wait. No. Bank angle limit? Whatever. I don't think it matters. Breakfast. That's wonderful. Let's go ahead and get a progress check on our flight here. So let's see. We're at House. Perfume, Wotro. Or sorry, we're about to reach House. It's about 38-ish nautical miles out. Let's see. 1711 top of descent. So what time UTC is it right now? 16:15. So almost exactly an hour from now. So it's gonna be a while. I would I'd fly faster personally. Don't know if I want to mess with 280. 280 seems to be cruising though, so I might just leave it at that. Probably. I think it's fine. We have this barely a tailwind. It's like a quartering. It's a quartering tailwind, but it's much more of a side wind than a tailwind. I forget what the term for it is. That's absolutely epic. Yeah. Looks like the plane's rocking a bit. It's kind of interesting. Some kind of airfield down there. That's a long runway though. It's not a wide runway, but it's long. Man, that's crazy. Alright. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh. It's doing the thing again. Yeah. Wait, it stopped. Okay, good. Let's see. Okay. Fish or plane, should I do a fire now? You look you could. What you thinking to do? Get 100% do a flight right now. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do some funny stuff now. I call this funny stuff. I don't know. Big ol' A330 300. Flyby time. What does this do? Oh, is this on the ground at the airfield? It is. That's so funny. There we are. Look at that tiny little thing. Can barely see it from the ground. Is this at another airport? I guess. This is interesting. Epic. Well, we're speeding up right now. I don't know why. At least the engines are. Oh, we're about to do a left-hand turn. Just about here on House. Just about here on House. Actually, while we're just sitting here doing absolutely nothing, I'm gonna go ahead and calculate landing performance. Whoa. Steep turn. Looked away for 30 seconds. Weather. Flap setting. Do we want full flaps? Why not? Okay, let's see. Landing performance. If I don't botch this too badly, we should be fine. Um. 134 is our golden approach speed today. Performance. That's descent. Approach. Uh, 134. I can't enter that. I don't know. This looks about right. I think. Looks like it already put all that in there. Wonderful. Next waypoint is 15 minutes away, it looks like. Epic. Epic, epic, epic. Hey enthusiast, what's up? Just noticed you popped in. It didn't miss much. My internet went out halfway into configuring the aircraft on the ground, so this is actually part 2. But it's just a pretty long flight. You should know this is a completely fictional flight. There's no flight, like no airline does this flight. Not with this aircraft. at least. That's for sure. No one flies an A330 like this from Sacramento to Phoenix. It's just, yeah, they don't do that. So, so yeah, it's just kind of, I'm just learning the A330 basically. That's just it. Also, I just haven't flown for a really long time, so I'm just like, even if I don't have my full setup right now, because my main monitor is still sad. I'm just gonna desk fly today, and if my camera was on, I'd show you what that looks like. But yeah, well, yeah, so you didn't miss much. Landing is gonna be approximately an hour from now, or approach will be anyway. So that's the thingamabob. I do wonder why the highest quality of my stream is like, what is it? 720p. Why is it 720p? Alright, so I just like turned up my bit rate, so it should be pretty close to 1080p now. Maybe 5. Maybe if I throw it up to 5, maybe to 5K bit rate, it'll let me do 1080p. Yeah, so let me throw it on to like 5K. 5K, and then that should be maybe 5,500. 5,500, apply, okay. Yeah, there we go. That is much better. That is much better. Well, OBS is not playing nice. I'm gonna have to figure out all this stuff next time because it's 720p, which is really not great. Because I would love for it to be 1080p because I know it can handle that, but it's just not. So that's unfortunate. Anyway, I think it's time for dessert, and I've got to check on the camera battery because I do have to make sure that that's good to go for
Attention all
approach.
aircraft. North Las Vegas information whiskey current. Altimeter 2980.
2980. Epic. Let me... We don't actually need that ATIS. We need Phoenix ATIS, so I'm gonna not touch my altimeter right now. So at the moment I am considering getting a snack because I feel like that'd be pretty good. Some kind of small sandwich while we're going to be finishing up should be done right before top of descent. Oh, I mean I should be done eating right about when we reach top of descent, which if we pop the FMC up real quick, or MCDU, if we pop that up real quick, we can see whatever. You move to see 1711. It's currently 1635. So 45-ish minutes we're talking, I believe. That's about right. 45-ish minutes and some amount of distance, and then we do have some speed restrictions starting over here. Once we get to Mayor, I'm just gonna call it Mayor because I don't really care. Once we get to Mayor, we're gonna have some speed restrictions starting, and down to top of descent. After which, let's see. Yeah, then we just have our approach, which we just get slower and slower. So that's epic. Alrighty, I'm back. Hold on a second. Alright, let's see. Alright, let's see now. How far away are we from wherever? Time to pull up the MCDU again. Alright, so looks like the time is still the same. I don't know if that ever changes. We got first time of the 330, but let's see, 16:45. We have about a little less than 30 minutes to top of descent, so that's great. So, wonder how it looks back here. Oh, hey. Didn't realize we had the Delta plug here. Oh, we are turning. Just a slight little turn. Just a slight little turn to get into position here. Hello, George. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Yeah. Did I just say hi? Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, hello, welcome. Yeah, this is nice. This is nice, I suppose. I don't know. Personally, I prefer an engine view. Let me see if I can get to that. Epic. Alright, let's see. Time for yet another MCDU check, just to see where we're at. Because yes, I will keep doing this for no reason. Oh, okay, so looks like we're making time. So 17:10 now. What is it right now? 16:50 essentially. So exactly 20 minutes to top of descent. Wonderful. And we're about to hit the first of our speed restrictions in a few minutes here. So yeah, looks like we're going to be restricted to 270 and then 250. That's in preparation for top of descent, looks like, and that's in Mach. I don't know how many knots that is. So and then 250, 240, 230, 210, so 190, so forth and so on until we get to our approach speed. Yeah, so this is very short haul. Yeah, it's really, that's why it's a fictional route, because the A380 is just too big to do this sort of thing. It's too short of a route, yeah. Yeah, Sacramento to Phoenix. The thing barely fits at Sacramento, actually. It's more of a just a fictional world thing to learn the ways of the A330 type thing. Not sure what you mean by too low though. 15,000 I think is okay-ish. I don't know. I don't know real world ops though. I'd have to check. Seems like an okay cruise for this short of a flight, to be honest. Alright, vacuum is off. We're starting the... looks like the... hold on, purple circle. So that's part of the approach, I believe. Yeah, that will be... we're already on the approach. Brusser 1, star. Brusser 1 star. So we're about to get to Brusser. Or sorry, no, we're on our way to Mayor, and we're on the first speed restriction right now, 270 knots. And next speed restriction is very close after, almost immediately after, is 250 knots, and then top of descent is pretty close after that. 2 minutes apart, looks like. So just about there, just about there. There you go. Actually, no, you can see over here, I believe, on the right side of the screen. Yeah, I've forgotten about that. Alright. I'll do it once over here. Should be off. That should be on. That should be 2. Don't know why I forgot that. Very bad. Epic. Right. They're just about top of descent. Go ahead and do landing, or sorry, approach briefing. Yeah, I don't know. I've been for a few years, but maybe I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 20 times a year. Really, just not a lot. Mainly because I've been trying to lever climb, so just put that to level. You mean advance the throttles to the climb? Epic. So for out of Epic. So yeah, climb throttle. Yeah, I knew what the detent meant, but I had no idea you had to put it in there for auto throttle. So basically, for auto throttle position after takeoff, you just put into climb detent, and then once auto throttle is engaged, it just stays in that detent, right? Okay, that is good to know, because I did not know that. like I said, first time flying the A330, or just any Airbus for for that matter. Do you know if I have to engage approach mode on the autopilot? What's that for exactly? As far as, is that once you get closer to the actual airport, or is that for auto land, or exactly what does that do? Because this is quite different from the Boeing autopilot that I'm used to in like the 737. Okay, I see. So that's okay. So Google is okay. Really, I didn't Google that. Okay, so that's for the actual ILS approach. Wonderful. Okay, okay, great. Oh, looks like we're getting pretty close here. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So. $20 miles, 15 miles to the airport. Great. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so we're pretty close here. Let's see. Yeah, we're basically 10 minutes to top descent. Wonderful. Okay. I'm gonna pre-select a lower altitude right now. So, what's the lowest that we're going to today? 1,000. Just gonna select 1,000 then. Alright, so that's good. Okay. LSML. I see. This in this fun glide slope, yeah. Okay. So localizer, and then guess this will be glide slope. Alright. Alright, epic. Let's see here. Okay. So we're selected. We're gonna. Okay. Let's see. Go up here. Wonderful. Okay, so about 5 minutes. 5 minutes to top of descent. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. About to make a turn here towards the direction of the airport. Just gonna slowly make our way over there. I'm gonna go through. Just gonna just gonna double check something in my dispatch. Did I do? I think I forgot the ISA deviation. Oh well, let's just not forget that next time, I guess. Let's see. Yes, turn. Doors, what would that be exactly? As far as what is it, what's the server for? Oh, I see. Okay, I see. Yeah, sure. That'll work. Alright, gonna go ahead and decrease range here as we're coming in. Alrighty, let's see here. Okay, so top of descent is denoted by it looks like a little blue line. Alright, so we should be going for 250 restriction now. Right before top descent. Yeah. And we should start descending in a second here. Let's see. Yeah. Pretty soon here. No, I am not moving the pitch trim. That's auto trim doing that. I don't know why. It does that. It's pretty fast moving. Not sure why we're not descending. I'm gonna have to manually descend here, I guess. Yep, there's no descent, so it's gonna be negative 800 feet in there. Let's see. Oh, you gotta do that. Okay, well, I had to push the knob in. Well, that's great. Now I don't know if we're making our descent profile. Yeah, that is not optimal. That is not optimal. I have to push the knob in. Bother. Okay. Well. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think we're making that a select profile here. Yeah, so this is gonna be a missed approach. Missed approach, and then we have to, once we're lower, we have to come in again. Looks like that's what's gonna have to happen. Okay, so I'm not sure why that's a thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and descend. And then probably manually figure this out because I'm not sure why it's doing this. It's got at 5,000. And I'm gonna go heading mode. Go heading mode here. I'm not really sure. Not really sure what the term for it is right now, but I'm gonna have to manually come in because it just went off on a vector. Seems like that's an issue with my flight plan. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm gonna manually bring it back over here. And then I'm gonna manually turn it around, realign it at the correct altitude. What are we supposed to be at? 40156. Alright, so I'm trying to salvage the situation here by just going direct to Jamil and then continuing the approach. Hopefully that works. We'll see. Alright, I think I've salvaged the situation. I think we're gonna come in for approach now. I believe it's gonna actually work this time. Yeah, I hope after all of this, it's better, bro.
$2,500. 2,000. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, 5.
Oh, so I was muted this whole time. That's always fun. Alright, it's replay time. I was having tiller issues, because I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but that was what the swerving was. Anyway, replay. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, look at the sink rate. Sink rate is awful. Dropping like a rock. That is not optimal at all. Huge thrust right here. Just to keep up. With nose up. There we go. Below glide slope. So that's not great. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, that's a float. That's a crazy long float. Mostly on center line, but also very late reverse thrust. I mean, you know what they say, if you can walk away from it, it's a good landing. I think they say that. I don't think, the A330 does not belong anywhere in here. It does not belong anywhere in here. The size difference is just crazy. It should not be here. Wow. Okay, well. Fun. Okay. I believe that's all. That's all for that. Yep. Alrighty. Very cool. Thank you for those of you who tuned in, and I will see you later. That was cool, I guess. Alright, see ya, bye.